Well, hello there. I just wanted to film my little video being out here. I'm not supposed to have my camera on, but you know what? I'm a rebel without a cause. So, behind me is the radio telescope. They pick up pings and turn them into pictures. That being said, let's take a look at this place. Well, hello there, and welcome to my wonderful re-edit of this video. When I had originally made it, it had really bad audio glitches during this part of the video. But where I was today, that's this place here, the Dominion Radio Astrophysical Observatory. And it was founded in 1960, I believe. And so I guess this place, this installation, this observation, it all has to do with what Einstein considered his greatest failure, gravitational lensing. I mean, I'm sorry, but it doesn't work. Even if you can make the numbers crunch, that doesn't validate the theory. Einstein himself even admitted that he couldn't find any measurable curvature and that he felt Tesla was right and that Earth was a realm. Einstein admitted, I repeat admitted, his gravitational lensing theory was wrong. And even at that point, you can also look into Dr. Wallace Thornhill's work in the electric universe model, and James Clerk Maxwell, considered to be the greatest mathematician that ever lived. He was the guy who came up with the formula for God's let there be light. Most physicists today can't even begin to do his equations. And so all the theorists coming off of Einstein, like Stephen Hawking's, and his failings with black holes, observing magnetic fluxes, but assuming it's a tear in space-time, and not say, I don't know, supercharged clouds of plasma. But anyway, it's the fruit from the poison tree theory. The idea that everything that comes off of this theory, gravitational lensing, is fruit from the poison tree. It's all fruit from the poison tree. So every theory that comes off of it to try to correct the former theory's flaws is just fruit from that poison tree. And as such, and I'll finally get to my point here, this observatory was ultimately designed to find dark matter. So this place, this radio telescope observatory I was at today, or that I went to, was designed for one singular purpose: to discover, quote-unquote, dark matter. That's right, dark matter. Theoretical energy force called dark matter. And let's just keep it real with the blue pills even here. Dark matter is a hypothetical theory created to cover up for a hypothetical theory's flaws. It's a blanket concept to cover up the holes in that gravitational lensing theory. Dark matter is basically what they say is causing certain gaps in the universe. Expansion, what's known as inflation, as the universe supposedly expands out millions and millions and millions of years, and all that nonsense that the Big Bang burped us into existence, which is ludicrous on the face of it. So yeah, in the end, dark matter is a hypothetical theory designed to cover up another hypothetical theory's flaws, and nothing besides. It keeps that money machine rolling. NASA and the education institutions, that's hundreds of millions of dollars a day on the line. People wonder why they would lie. Well, that's why. But when you study Dr. Wallace Thornhill's work into the electric universe, you realize that those electromagnetic variances are better explained by his theories than the Big Bang nonsense. That in an electric universe, there is no need for such expansion, especially in a geocentric framework, which is Dr. Wallace Thornhill's only flaw, if you ask me, that he's still trying to stretch his electric universe theory into fitting the Big Bang. And I'll link his documentary Thunderbolts to the Gods in the description section below, but keep note that they're still stuck in a heliocentric universe. I would say he should look into the geocentric model, though, like my theory that the sun and the moon are oppositely charged electric plasma circuits, creating a diamagnetic electric plasma field that creates the entire EM field that holds all matter together. But I take his work to the obvious conclusion and put it in a geocentric framework, where it works beautifully. I mean, even another question, why is the United Nations map the flat Earth map? And so this Earth is a realm, and it's limited. It's not a never-ending, expanding universe like inflation suggests, which is just fruit from the poison tree that is special relativity. So that being said, this is where I was, in southern British Columbia, the Dominion Radio Astrophysical Observatory, and this place is trying to find something that it will never find. Well, that's a radio telescope.
might be able to help Don Petite. No?
Names? Forget about... Oh, yeah, an astronaut. There are no satellites in space. And Mars ain't a globe you can land on. Well, this is what's commonly referred to, I think, as the little piggy cam. It's 120,000 feet up, almost, give or take, and it's no fisheye lens, and it's one of the many things that debunks the ball Earth. But the first thing people will say is, well, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. NASA, haven't you seen the pictures? NASA, but NASA. Well, NASA gets $50 million a day. You don't think they might have an incentive to lie? And every single astronaut that's ever gone up there has been a Freemason. To be brutally honest, to control this secret wouldn't be that hard. It would only take a few thousand guys, and then everything else trickles down. All the information trickles down, so that it just becomes a word-of-mouth thing. Every time you go into a classroom and you see a globe, people just assume it's true because of 50 years of conditioning since NASA. But the simple truth is, without a fisheye lens curve camera, there is no curve, and any of their spacewalks are absolute rubbish, and it's so easy to fake that with enough money and the swimming tanks they use to do it. Like this picture here. If you can't see what's in front of you, then you're trapped in the matrix all around you, because it's that easy for them to fake this stuff. I mean, easier than writing your name. But going back to this, one simple thing that it proves is that as it pans nearly 180 degrees, if Earth was really a ball, it would pan out into empty space, people. Do you understand? It doesn't, though. The horizon stays flat and level, at eye level. So as it's panning left and right, that proves that this can't be a ball, because if it was a ball, it would turn off and away into space, and then eventually come back around and back onto the Earth. It never does that. In fact, in any astronaut supposed spacewalks, fake walks, when does the camera ever pan 180? Never. Because they're too busy focusing on one angle, faking it with fisheye cameras. Another thing, they claim that their magical gravity is what's causing Earth to spin, but yet Earth's core, even though we've never been there, is of such high temperature metals, what they call molten metals, that it creates a problem for modern science. Geologists, say it with me. Molten metals lose magnetic properties. I repeat, molten metals lose magnetic properties. I'm sorry, there's no way. Without NASA or any of their cartoons or fake X, SpaceX, or any of the other nonsense, without any of that garbage, prove Earth is a spinning ball. And just because every classroom teaches that it is, doesn't make it true. It just means that there's this deception around us. And people always say, well, that's impossible. There's no way. Well, it's very possible. It's happening. The question of why is irrelevant. Most people won't go there because it's too scary. It's simply a world-shifting paradigm break. And for them to go into this topic means that everything they believed in was a lie. And people can't do that. It's too scary. People need that semblance of control over their life. They think that by finding out this new truth, everything changes, everything's changing. It's like, no, nothing has changed, except your perception. The world is still the same as it was yesterday. The world is still the same as it will be tomorrow. Our perception of it doesn't change anything. The world doesn't care one way or the other. The world is just the world. When you thought it was a spinning ball, it was still the world. When you come to the realization of geocentrism, it's still the same world. Only your perception of it has changed. That's what the problem to this flat earth movement is. It scares me, the level of denial. People refuse to go there because, but NASA said, but my teacher said, but maybe they were lied to, or maybe they are willing participants lying. But either way, I don't know. With this topic, though, it's just depression and denial. Like, I can't stand seeing all the denial. It depresses me. It makes me just, people just refuse to go there because it's so damn scary. Well, you know what isn't scary to me? The truth. I'd rather have the truth than a lie. What scares me is people's denial. People who are willing to live a lie because it's easy. You know what isn't easy? The truth. And even not getting into Christianity and flat earth proves that there's a creator. Look at this footage, people. It ain't moving. And NASA says it is, but You got to ask yourself, why would they lie? Is it just about $50 million a day? Or is it about making you feel like an inadequate plebe, a worthless monkey spinning on a ball in endless space? Or is it about something deeper? Is it about faking an alien invasion, and for them to first do that, they had to fake space? That's what von Braun said. Research Operation Paperclip. Research who founded NASA. Research why the Freemasons would lie. That it was all just some cosmic accident, and now we're spinning through an endless vacuum of space at ridiculous speeds, and people just believe that shite? I guess that's how it's changed my life, is it showed me how many people out there need our prayers because they've been sucked into this ridiculous lie of heliocentrism, which, by the way, when you break down the words, helios means sun god, lowercase g, and centrism means to center around. To center around what? The false god Osiris Nimrod of Luciferian Freemasonry? Is that what this is really about? People don't even know what they're worshipping? The powers that shouldn't be have trapped us in this Archon illusion, which is what the Nagamati text spoke of. This is about getting us all on the wrong page. And on a side note, I noticed after the fact, they front this rainbow symbol for their project. Why would they do that? In the Bible, the rainbow symbolizes God's promise to Noah that he'll never flood the earth again. So here it is, they're using a rainbow as a symbol. Another thing that it also does is rainbows prove a firmament. Rainbows and sundogs prove a firmament dome earth. Some kind of enclosure above that refracts the light back. It's the only thing that could cause it. It's called the laws of refraction. However, I still find it odd that they would use that funky rainbow symbolism. Dark energy is fruit from the poison tree that is special relativity. They're trying to find dark matter as their explanation for why certain gaps in space occur. But yet what they don't want to look at is the plasma physics side to it. You're asking what those things were you thought were solar panels? They're just another form of dish. The Canadian Hydrogen Intensity Mapping Experiment. Yeah, normal radio telescope data comes out like that. Probing dark energy. What a lie. Fruit from the poison tree, all to try to fit with Einstein's gravitational lensing, and it's all a lie. You guys should look into plasma physics. What's that, sorry?
This is Saskatchewan Web School.
Well, the University of Saskatoon is one of the best universities in Canada.
Royal Astronomical Society of Canada. It's 2002.
Oh, that's updated. Interesting. I mean, I like astronomy, but I just wish they'd clean up the science and lose the Big Bang lie. The evolution of matter. Oh my God. Cosmic evolution is unprovable, guys. They don't even know how a star could be born, much less galaxies spinning off a event horizon in the wrong direction, violating the laws of angular momentum. Boo. Boo. Oh, here's another example.
Not mine.
Check this out, dude. This right here, sunspots like this, is proof that the sun is an electric plasma circuit. It cannot be a ball of burning hydrogen with those kind of spots. Sunspots denote that it's an electric plasma circuit.
Is that the sun?
That's a, yeah. I'm not too sure the type of lens they're using there. It's black and white, but Dr. Wallace Thornhill purported that was the first to report the idea that it's an electric plasma circuit. It is not burning hydrogen, and it is not 93 million miles away. I mean, they got pictures of the sun in the clouds with clouds behind and in front of it. See, they can't even properly map star parallax. In order for star parallax to work, you got to have a measurement in August when the Earth is supposedly way over here, and a measurement in December when the Earth is supposedly way over there. And there are their two angles in their measure that they use for the cosine tangent. But if Earth ain't moving, all of trig collapses under the weight of that. The thing is, they don't know they're lying. They think it's all fruit from the poison tree. They think they're working off of sound data, and what they don't realize is they're working off of a failed theory, gravitational lensing. Like this, you can't land on Mars, people. It's not something you can go to. And they're going to steal billions of dollars from us and fake a Mars trip, just like they faked the moon landing. Yeah, I don't know. I got enough footage right now. Well, that's asked and answered. Radio telescope dishes over there. Radio telescopes, not the same kind as you look through and see stuff.
Well, how can it be an observatory?
Well, because they're observing radio signals coming off of stars, coming off of gases. With the recent events of them, quote-unquote, giving alien disclosure, these radio telescopes, they're going to be faking telemetry anytime soon. Yeah. Oh, there's an underground thing there. Maybe there is a dome underneath here. Deep underground military base, baby. Well, that being said, knowing that that place is the largest radio telescope observatory of its kind in Canada makes me wonder. Everywhere I go, it seems like I'm followed by weird science. I mean, where I grew up, my hometown, it's got Canada's only particle accelerator, and my old alma mater, University of Saskatchewan. And then I move here to this place, and it's got the largest observatory. And I don't know. I mean, the place had a very military feel to it. And there's a lot of Freemasons in the Okanagan running things. Who knows what they're completely up to. But yeah, a place like this, very military. Well, that's a radio telescope. Whoa, easy. Our radio telescopes receive signals that have their origin in nature. Yeah, right. We don't hear voices or music or any kind of signals that come out of radios. Yeah, you hear frequencies. If we were to attach a loudspeaker to the radio telescope, you'd hear steady hisses. In fact, we take the radio signals we receive and turn them into pictures, exactly. Which really doesn't help science at all. Unlike radar, we do not transmit signals. Are you sure about that? This place seems pretty military. Yeah, ionized gas, electric plasma, I think is the word you're looking for. Hydrogen and plasma, the most abundant substances in the universe. Oh, look at this old stuff. Wow. Old school. Interesting and all that. Oh wow, look at that old thing. I mean, it breaks my heart to think that. Oh, interesting. They have this, is that hooked up to the atomic clock? The clock above is driven by radio signals from the National Bureau of Standards in Boulder, Colorado. We use these signals to check with, this so they can sync up and coordinate their crap. And of course, we're in Canada, so it's in French. Yeah, that's interesting, I guess. Every observatory needs accurate clocks. Yeah, well, try starting with an accurate calendar, guys. All my friends over at Virtual House Church. Oh, what's this? Oh, I used to have the periodic table of elements memorized, dude. I want to get one of those t-shirts with the periodic table on it. That was a big thing to memorize back in the day. I was a kid when I was, it's been so long since I've brained my damage so much I can't do the hardcore equations anymore, but nothing on that side. Interesting, but in the end, meh. Oh no, she's shut down. Yeah, they have a few telescopes, radio telescopes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that even a door? Yeah, those are doors. Yeah. Edifice Arthur Convention Building. If that's a convention center, that might be different, but I'll check. Oh, those are names. Plus, if this was the summertime, it wouldn't be as much of an issue. You could wander around, but it's so bleeding cold out right now. Oh, that's kind of cool looking, eh?